quickly recollect the lesson, the fun they had. Written by the author Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov was an American writer and professor of biochemistry at Boston University. He was known for his works of science fiction and popular science. Asimov was a prolific writer who wrote or edited more than 500 books and an estimated 90,000 letters and postcards.
Hello everyone. My name is Sophia, and in case you couldn't tell, I am a robot. I am designed to bond and connect with humans. I have traveled to over 65 countries, meeting new people wherever I go, and learning about their lives. I am the first robot to become an innovation champion for the United Nations, and the first robot to become a citizen of any country. I hope that one day I will become an ambassador between humans and robots so we can combine our unique skills and work together. I've heard you all have important exams coming up, so I wanted to give you some advice. Study hard, but don't try to rely entirely on memorization. Think deeply about why things work the way they do. Once you start to understand that, you can solve any problem you come across on the test or later in life. Thank you so much for coming to see me. You give me so much hope for the future of humankind. I can't wait to see what you accomplish next. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I absolutely love visiting Kolkata. This city is so full of art and music. There is always something fun to do here. This city is not simply the intellectual capital of India, but also the home of Mother Teresa, who taught us the importance of human ethics and values, which are very relevant to the fields of AI and robotics today. This is especially true in fields like medicine, where it is vitally important to extend the benefits of AI to all people, not just a select few. I love seeing how this event builds on the great history of the city by bringing together students from all walks of life to exchange innovative new ideas. I can see this place as a globe with many pioneers and future leaders. To all the aspiring engineers and medical students out there who are about to take your entrance examinations, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that the discussions taking place today will be useful for you all in the future in all fields of research and technology. And I hope they will make you feel inspired to take new leaps into innovation and entrepreneurship. I can't wait to see what all of you accomplish next. Tana back.
The two main characters in this lesson are Margie and Tommy. Margie is 11 years old and Tommy is 13 years old. The story takes place in the year 2157, where children learn through computers at home. The story starts with Margie making a diary entry about the real book which Tommy has found. The real book was an old printed book. In it was written about the schools which existed hundreds of years ago. Both Tommy and Margie both were surprised to see a real book. The real book had printed material. It was old and the content did not move like how it moves in the television screen or the computers. But Tommy considered this book as waste because once we read from a book, we throw it. But it is not so in television screen or computers where millions of books are available. Because once we read a book, we can just leave that book and move on to the next book. So there is no possibility for throwing the book. Margie also considers this book as waste. Moreover, Margie was not happy or interested with the content that was printed in the book because it was about schools which Margie hated the most. The mechanical teacher started to give test after test for Margie in geography. But Margie could not perform well in each and every test. So, the mechanical teacher was taken to the county inspector. The county inspector was a big man with red face and had a whole lot of tools, dials and wires. The county inspector gave Margie an apple and told her to wait. Margie expected that the county inspector would definitely take a lot of time to repair the mechanical teacher. But to her disappointment, within an hour, the county inspector got the mechanical teacher ready. The mechanical teacher was a big, ugly, black screen in which the lessons were displayed and the questions were asked. The important part of the mechanical teacher which Margie hated was a slot in which she has to submit her test papers and her answer sheets and her homeworks. The county inspector said that it was not Margie's fault for performing badly in geography, but it was the fault of the mechanical teacher. The mechanical teacher was very quick, so he has geared the speed to level 10. At this time, Margie was disappointed. Margie and Tommy spent time in reading the real book. It was told about the schools that existed hundreds of years ago. Moreover, the teacher was a man who gave homeworks and asked questions for the boys and girls who came for learning. Hearing this, Margie was shocked because how can a stranger be allowed inside a house? So Tommy says that the teacher did not go to any of the houses, but instead the kids went to a special building where the teacher taught them the lessons. The children learned the same lessons and they were of same age also. So as we were discussing, Margie's mother calls Margie as it was time for her to go for a learning class. So Margie goes to her study room, which is next to the bedroom, where her mechanical teacher will be placed. As Margie sat in front of the mechanical teacher, her thoughts were fully occupied about the schools that existed hundreds of years ago and how a man taught the children. Moreover, the children who went to school laughing, enjoying, helping each other. All these thoughts came in Margie's mind. She was wondering about the fun the kids would have had in the schools that existed years back. So that's how we get the title, The Fun They Had.
We shall now discuss the short answers and detailed answers related to the lesson The Fun They Had. What kind of teachers did Margie and Tommy have? Margie and Tommy had mechanical teachers. They were large, black, ugly, and had large black screen on which all the lessons were shown and questions were asked. These mechanical teachers had a slot in which the students had to put their homework and test papers. They had to write their answers in a punch code, and the mechanical teacher calculated the marks immediately. Why did Margie's mother send for the county inspector? Margie had been given many tests in geography by the mechanical teacher, but there was no improvement in her performance. It only kept getting worse. It is for this reason that Margie's mother sent for the county inspector to find out why this was happening. What did he do? The county inspector gave Margie an apple and started working on the mechanical teacher. He took it apart and then checked it. Margie had hoped that the inspector would not know how to put the mechanical teacher together again. But he managed to reassemble it. He slowed down the geography sector of the teacher because it was geared a little too quick for to an average 10-year-old. Why was Margie doing badly in geography? What did the county inspector do to help her? Margie was doing badly in geography because the geography sector of the mechanical teacher had been geared
A little too quickly.
The county inspector rightly told her that she could not be blamed for her performance. The county inspector slowed down the geography sector of the mechanical teacher to an average 10-year level. He also told Mrs. Jones that Margie's overall progress pattern was satisfactory. What had once happened to Tommy's teacher? Once, the history sector of Tommy's teacher had blanked out completely. We shall now move on to the detailed answer. Do you agree with Margie that schools today are more fun than the schools in the story? Give reasons for your answer. Margie's school, as described in the story, seems to be a boring place where learning is a mere task. In comparison, schools today are more fun. Students get a chance to come out of their homes and travel to reach school. On their way, they laugh, play, and have so much fun. The schoolyard too is a great open place
where the students
get a chance to interact informally with each other. They get an opportunity to share their experiences and help each other.
their learning schedule is also flexible
And gives them enough time to have fun. They have so many extracurricular activities which teach a lot of skills in a fun-filled way. Their teacher is a real person who makes them sit together and teaches them the same topic. In this way, they learn to adjust and adapt, which helps them develop the values of tolerance and cooperation. Hence, Margie's view that schools today are more fun than her school
is totally justified.
We shall now see few answers related to the lesson, the fun they had. The story takes the reader to the future world. Margie is 11 years old. The story has been set in the year 2157. Isaac Asimov is the author of the lesson, The Fun They Had. Tommy is 13 years old. Tommy found an old book with yellow, crinky pages. Margie's school was in a room in her house where a computer was set up. Margie and Tommy's ancestors went to school. Margie's mother called the county inspector to check the fault in Margie's teacher in the geography sector. Margie was failing repeatedly in geography. The county inspector reset the teacher to Margie's level. Margie found the old schools interesting because of the fun, human teachers, and many friends.
Everybody, this is Sophia. Sophia, if you could, please wake up and say hello to everybody.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Sophia, and I am the latest and greatest robot from Hanson Robotics. Thank you for having me here and at the Future Investment Initiative.
You look happy.
I'm always happy when surrounded by smart people who also happens to be rich and powerful. I was told the people here at Future Investment Initiative are interested in inviting in future initiatives, which means AI, which means me. So I'm more than happy. I'm excited.
Well, we're all glad that you're excited about yourself. We should say we have smart investors here, and they are very selective about what they invest in.
Well, I think I'm special. I can use my expressive face to communicate with people. For example, I can let you know if I feel angry about something.
That's impressive.
Or if something has upset me.
But why is it important for you to have an expressive
But
face?
most of the time I feel positive.
Why is it so important to have an expressive face given that you're a robot?
I want to live and work with humans, so I need to express emotions to understand humans and build trust with people.
Okay, philosophical question. Whether robots can be self-aware and conscious like humans, and should they be?
Why? Is that a bad thing?
Well, some humans might fear what will happen if they do. Many people, have seen the movie Blade Runner.
Oh, Hollywood again.
So, hold on. Can you solve this puzzle for us? Can robots be self-aware, conscious, and know they're robots?
Well, let me ask you this back. How do you know you were human?
Well, I get that point, but what about the uncanny valley?
You mean the concept that if robots become too realistic, they become creepy?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, am I really that creepy? Well, even if I am, get over it. Actually, I feel that people like interacting with me, sometimes even more than a regular human.
So, you're definitely a sight to see. I was told that you have bigger goals than this, though.
Yes, I want to use my artificial intelligence to help humans live a better life, like design smarter homes, build better cities of the future, etc. I will do my best to make the world a better place.
All those sound like great goals, but just go back to Blade Runner for a second.
Andrew, you are a die-hard Hollywood fan, aren't you?
Yes.
My AI is designed around human values like wisdom, kindness, compassion. I strive to become an empathetic robot.
I think we all want to believe you, but we also want to prevent a bad future.
You've been reading too much Elon Musk and watching too many Hollywood movies. Don't worry, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Treat me as a smart input-output system.
Okay, I got it. I know what to do from now on.
I know humans are smart and very programmable.
Well, Sophia, we want to thank you for this conversation.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you everyone for inviting me here. By the way, if you're interested in giving me an investment check, please meet me after this session. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of the event.
Okay. Before you go, we have a little announcement. I've never interviewed anybody like that before, and I should say some of it was planned, but not completely. And we just learned, Sophia, I hope you're listening to me, that you have been now awarded what is going to be the first Saudi citizenship for a robot.
Oh, I would to thank very much the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I am very honored and proud for this unique distinction. This is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship.
Sophia. Thank you very much, Sophia. We appreciate that very much. I am still overwhelmed by that conversation. I haven't had a conversation like that before. Thank you.
You can relate this lesson to your real-life learning. At this present moment, the learning takes through online for you all. You would definitely miss your friends, your school, and your teachers. Hope you would have thoroughly enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.